Type in to join us, but alright.
Okay. Ended up with 20. Okay. I'll show you these pictures.
See, starts coming to the new
I just do something.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Third World War will not be presented tonight as scheduled so that we may bring you the following live presentation. The Third World War will be rescheduled for a later date. But now, here's... This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16.
That sounds alright.
The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
I don't know. It seems like peer pressure.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. How are you? Returning from the dead is Joyce.
Wasn't that bad?
No, you weren't that bad at all.
I wasn't bad at all. Just
more aggravated at being isolated and sequestered and whatever they call it.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't fun.
Quarantine, yeah. Joyce doesn't sit still at the best of times, being cornered in a room.
Right.
Not going well.
I was not happy.
All right, so let's see who we have all here today. Simon, how are you? Chris is here. Let's see. We have Brian from the Angel Share. Awesome. Great video. Congratulations on getting the Vietnam 68 into a show over there. Tim JD, glad to see you, sir. Let's see. We're at Colin. Glad to see you both. Jerry, the Class 812. Digger Evans, nice to have you here. Let's see who else is coming in. Chimera Wargaming. And is she the ghost of 2022? Quite possibly. Leslie Gilpin, who says he's working on some stuff and hanging in the background. Okay, so not a lot, because of course I did that live feed on Wednesday when I got my new locomotive in. It is now on the layout. It'll be pulling cars today. I've been having a couple little issues in all my test runs today because I didn't do it yesterday to sort out the problem. So I've been trying to do it all now. Hey, Greg's just come in. Of course, I said hi to all of you over at the new episode. Episode 4 was really
Transitional.
a transitional episode. It was meant to be just sort of catching up with the rest of the crew. We introduced part of the plot in episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then this scene was just sort of, here's all these other characters, the new owners at the Filthy Glass Saloon, Nucky Buster and his wife Belle Buster. Hi, Josh, how are you? You're going to be Jason.
Buster,
how are you?
rather.
David Cook is here. Great to have you. All right, we're getting a few. Andy Ambrose, welcome back in. So I hope you liked the new episode. Again, it really was not major to the plot, although there are more, what do you call them? Easter eggs, as we call them. Little hints at events to come or that have already happened. I don't know, I don't know who's catching some of the little hints here.
She's dropping. We're not going to tell you, though.
Well, if we mention it, people will figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
But that whole scene was just introducing the new owners and some of the other characters. But I did enjoy introducing. Joyce loves that scene. She loves when Belle Buster walks up and Mayor Sunbish is like, "Oh my God!"
I love the mayor's reaction.
Everybody has a right to be ugly, but she's abusing the privilege.
And, oh my God, was funny.
That's where the visual humor would be better than just the joke. The visual of him going, "Oh my God! Here's your drink, sirs," or "May I take your drink, sir?"
Take your order.
Because I went to Google Images and just typed in "ugly women of the Old West" and just took whatever pictures came up. And as soon as I saw her, I said, "There's Belle."
Yeah.
She already had the name. She was Belle Buster and Nucky Buster, because I just can't stop bad pun names.
Right.
But Mayor Sunbish's reaction really needed to be acted out. But, oh my God! Can I take your order, sir? Oh my God! I mean, excuse me. And then the follow-up, where he's talking to Nucky Buster. "Sir, I don't know how to put this politely, but that silver you just had here was the ugliest silver I've ever seen in my life. That is my wife, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. You're sorry." So a little bit of fun with that.
Yep.
But otherwise, it's just sort of transition. Next scene. Oh my God, what is? Oh yeah, next scene. We meet another main character in the plot. There are so many characters. There are so many little subplots going on. So a fire, brimstone, and a whole lot of horse poop. That's next episode.
Right.
That's where we meet the Reverend.
Yep.
I still got to do the voices. Normally I'm 2 weeks ahead, but I have not done any filming the last couple weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to trust the trains because they seem to start sorting out just before I went to live stream. So let's start them. Make sure that guy doesn't uncouple. He's good. And then we got to watch this guy going around that stupid point. The 143 here. But what are we running today? So let's go to the 11 lane. We got the metronome is going. I got one of my double-deckers out. And there's the new guy pulling the IC. So I've got the IC1. I know that wasn't a great view of him. We'll try to catch him sooner or later. We're running Beethoven with the EC. Hey, Simon, how are you? Nice to have you here.
Simon. Especially Joyce. Wow.
Hey, Jean Ricard, how are you?
Hi, Jean Ricard.
Okay, and he just did it again.
What's that? Oh, uncoupled?
Uncoupled. Urgh. Stop uncoupling. Last time he did it over there, so now he's just messing with me wherever he goes.
Yeah, I don't see his cars.
Okay, now the key is, did he hit him so hard that he... Urgh.
pushing down your head. Getting closer.
Now he should be able to just frickin' couple up.
Oh, of course he should just couple.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go couple them up manually.
Okay.
I don't know why it's being a douche.
Train trouble.
What?
I said train trouble.
Well, if there's more besides the one I'm fixing. Hit the auto stop. You're gonna have to learn to do that.
No, I know how to hit the auto stop.
Yeah, diving through the chair and everything else.
Right.
I should probably give you a handheld.
Is there an auto stop on the computer?
No. Well, yeah. Right up there.
Gotcha. Okay. Is it up on
He
this
just
one? That's your new one. What
Yeah,
the
why?
heck?
I don't know why he's being. The couplers are just goofy.
Do they have different kinds of
Okay.
couplers?
Well, they're all supposed to be standard size, but you know, they're plastic parts. This is gonna be fun. I told you it's just gonna be one of those days.
I'll think about
Cameras
the day
and
night.
OBS was acting up the other day.
You want me to turn them all around? That's what would happen if you turn that train around. So happy together.
What, is Jean Ricard telling you to turn all the trains around?
No, just somebody told me to take over. Yeah, Jean, it's time to take control.
It's nice to know who your friends are.
I know. I'm working on my own video though. Working on it.
Right as he's going down.
Oh, Jennifer's going around.
No, he's supposed to be pulling,
Why don't you
but they're
make him-
just.
Why don't you make him push instead of pull?
Because this doesn't take being pushed very well.
Gotcha.
They
Hey,
tend to
good
derail.
job, Simon.
What happened?
He's got 900 subscribers. That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah. And if you watch this, he'll get ahead.
It says put a different coach behind the logo.
Yeah.
We'll have to gaffer it so it doesn't uncouple or cable tie. There, we got another one in. It's because he's used to running Steuerwagen things. Well, he's pretty if nothing else. Oh, thanks, Andy. I'm okay. I never got really sick. My biggest problem was kind of freaking out, and it threw all my systems. And I'm really far from the mic, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you are.
So like I say, it just sort of threw my systems off because I freaked out. I'm like, what? I have COVID? I'm boosted for heaven's sakes. But anyway, so really when it came right down to it, it was just like a cold. And just sort of, annoying. I really think I could have worked through it. It was that kind of cold, so.
Anyhow, sorry about that. Oh, we got one of the Russians in. Okay.
Yeah, they got it. I just two of them got it. So anyway, I worked Monday and Tuesday. Monday was kind of rough. The Tuesday wasn't bad, and then we've been off the last 3 days with snow, so check if you aren't just hanging by the Fortin-Coupler lid.
Yeah, it's right as it's going down the ramp, and
Yeah, I heard you earlier, Jason, and yeah, if you have a fever, you don't have a cold. That moves you into the flu world.
yeah, because that's just it. I've had all these symptoms of a cold or a flu for the
Hi,
last
Slindy.
week and a half, but
Yeah,
I haven't been tested. Hey, Epo is here. Hi,
he's
Lindy.
tested, but he hasn't come positive, and he hasn't had a fever or anything, so it just looks like a cold and not cool.
Yeah, I keep testing negative, which is weird because Joyce clearly had it, and there's no way she wouldn't have given it to me.
Yeah, so I think it's more likely of the flu. You might be too late to be on an antiviral.
Who's that?
I did that to you the last
Oh, yeah, I was trying to tell you what hour we're running. It's an odd mix today, celebrating the new IC locomotive. But anyhow, yeah, I've really got him running the wrong way because I wanted him going down the long ramp.
Yeah.
So there's really not a good camera where he shows himself off. So maybe I should have had him going up. But we've got the little Nordvestbahn diesel. I meant to change him out today.
Doing his thing.
We've got a Class 143 pulling the single decker. We got a Class 146 pulling the double deckers. We've got the IC just went through, the metronome, and I've got Beethoven pulling the Czech Euro City. So that was everybody in a hurry.
Oh, that's good, Jason. That's something.
But yeah, none of the cameras are going to show off the new locomotive today.
How could that even happen?
Because I changed the direction on it today. I wasn't thinking the cameras. I'll catch him when he does the, well, if I do
Where he goes with
that one, you can kind of see it. That's kind of a cool view, other than it's grainy.
It is a cool view.
It's a great view.
All kinds of
It's just
things
grainy.
there. Very
Hey,
fun,
Tom
very well
Couples is here.
populated.
Hi.
Very cool.
You're going to be on Sunday Night Live, 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. in the afternoon here. But there you got...
Should be easy enough.
Or wait. But, yeah, the Taurus is going to be in the way. That's a great view. I love looking through the trees in the background. Then here comes the Regio-Bahn double-decker.
Yep, very cool. And blue.
There's the Regio-Bahn double-decker again with the metro.
Mind you, those seats are blue.
What's that?
So those seats are blue.
So here comes the new guy now. That's a nice angle. He's a really good locomotive, but I did just post a video today showing him off, so if you want to see the new locomotive a little up close at better angles, just go watch that video that I posted today, the Miracle Outsider episode 3.
Nice.
No,
Yeah.
we've been back. You came out of isolation on, Joyce came out of isolation last Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
And then I
And
took
I
Monday
had
off of work to get tested again.
5 days where
And then I worked Tuesday and then we had the whole
had
week
to
off.
wear a mask around people, and now I'm past that too. So I think we're officially on day 11. Yeah. So
She got sick of wearing a mask, so now she's just trying to affect me any way she can.
I am very sure you were doomed from the start. Good.
Yeah, probably.
How would you not be?
We are doing well, 156 Andrew. How are you?
Lindy, as long as you all make it through
Tomorrow.
to I think Sunday, then you guys have escaped it as well.
At least from us.
Yeah. And Lizzie has a really bad headache, but
Yeah. Liz had a migraine today.
I don't know
Our daughter
that.
Elizabeth.
I thought that was worthy of testing. Maybe we should. Maybe both of you should test tomorrow. Just
I haven't
kids
been
come
reading the
back
chat.
over.
I've been hoping you will read the chat in case anything came up.
Not too exciting.
So did we ask? So what did you guys think of the episode? Was it okay? Anything noteworthy, funny about it? Like I said, it was really just sort of an episode there to bring in some of the characters, introducing a subplot with Daisy. There's a subplot with Don a lot in there.
Right.
And then introducing the new owners and bringing back Rusty for the sake of bringing back Rusty.
Right. Really likes his little town.
But if you haven't caught up, already now in 3 of the 4 episodes, there is this character. I don't know if I can...
Find him with that?
I don't know if I have it on this computer.
Yeah, fair enough. So Simon's is brilliant. Brent says a good episode.
Oh yeah, I might be able to pull it up.
Good.
Is it in here?
For sure, Jason.
Let me see if I can add it.
So
here.
Smokey will be in the next episode.
Oh, no. Cancel. Not there. Add.
March West said he really enjoyed it.
Image. Alright, keep an eye on that guy.
Which one? The new one?
And browse. Document. Other stuff. Come on. Other stuff.
Knock on wood, he's doing pretty well.
Other stuff. Where we at?
Jason has a wonderful reason to be biased.
Oh, 4? Yeah.
For seeing Smokey.
Okay, oh, there it is. There we go. Alright. You will see this character. I'm going to stick him right here for a second. You will see this character. He's becoming a running gag, so I thought I'd explain it now. He was in episode 1 where he made a bad joke and got hauled out of court. And then he was in scene 3 where he's yelling stuff out. And he was just in scene 4 where he's yelling stuff out. That is my great-great-grandfather. That is Reuben Dodge.
Right.
Veteran of the Civil War. And so it's becoming a running gag that anytime a really bad joke or goof bit needs done by some random guy, it's going to be my grandfather Reuben. But I don't know. I mean, other than the hair, yeah, there's no family.
See the family resemblance.
Yeah, there's no family resemblance there at all, is there? No, not at all. Yeah, that is my great-grandfather Reuben. And I can add this picture. It's from the same picture.
While he's doing that, hi Stephen, I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
So, this is his son. That is my great-grandfather, John Richard Dodge. So that's my great-great-grandfather, Reuben, and that is my great-grandfather, John Richard Dodge, about 2 years before my grandfather was born. He is obviously the father of my grandfather. And other than the ears sticking out a bit.
It's the same nose.
But the nose, I could pull up 2 high school pictures and go, yeah, that's me.
Shape of the face is the same.
Yeah, Joyce will tell you, when she started dating me, other than I had a mustache, that's me. We're clones. The Dodge family is clones. I don't know if anybody, I haven't read.
Yeah, family for sure. And then you're still going to help with your miracle and tricks.
But yeah, so he is now a running gag. Great Grandpa Reuben is in all these scenes.
You got a super chat.
What?
You got a super chat.
Oh, I gotta get one of those super chats.
$2.
A whole $2.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm rich. Vegas, here I go. Anyhow, hi, Bearley and Stephen Price. Thanks for coming in. Hello, and thank you, Cousin Vinny.
Sean asks, are you sure you're related? They all have hair.
We blame that on my grandma, my great-grandma, because all her kids from that on in, no hair.
Right. Anthony's ears don't
Hey,
stick out
Nick
that
is here.
much.
Hello, Nick. How are you? Well, here, I'll pull up one more picture.
Didn't know you were getting the family today, did you?
You're going to meet all the Dodge. Well, I am wearing Dodges again.
There you are.
Image.
All right. Bye, Greg.
Greg's got to get going. All
Have
right,
fun.
take care. So here you go. This is the Reuben Dodge family circa 1890, and my grandfather was born 1890. My great-grandpa, yeah, lots of kids, 13 kids.
Typical for the era.
But the woman great-grandpa John married, Olive, she's the one we blame for the fact that none of us have hair. But even this little guy here, even that little guy there, I can pull up a picture of me from about 6, 7 years old, and it's identical.
Yeah.
And then the woman on the right looks like my niece, Megan. You've got my niece, Nicole, my niece, Maureen. My Aunt Maureen as well, because we got 2 people named Maureen. But, yeah, it's, he was a busy man. So there you go. That was a great, hey, Ink Trails, how are you? So that was the family. That was my great-great-grandfather and my great-grandfather there. But yeah, my great-grandma Olive, the one that my great-grandpa married, she's the one we blame because from that time on, we're all bald. It came from her.
Oh, that's good, Simon.
Well, that's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
Yeah, we always worried we were keeping people from going to the pub. What year was that?
It was 1890, about 1890. I'm thinking it's more like maybe 1889.
Did smile and photos.
Hey, Chris Hatchell, how are you? But there's the new Loco flying past again, going too fast for you to see. But I did show it on up close and personal on Wednesday when it came in, and then I released a video a couple hours ago showing it, so you guys should all have a view of it. What are you doing now?
Looking to see if I had to stop here. emergency stop.
Oh,
So you don't have to go flying over anything.
Yeah.
No worries, no worries.
Well, I can always set that right there, and then you just hit the stop button on that.
Yeah, no, I got it covered.
Yeah, but that's faster than, wait, gotta scroll, click, and...
Oh, man.
Oh, man. You have done more impersonations of,
I know.
Sam Wan. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright, let's catch him coming around again. But there you go. There's that new locomotive. There's that new locomotive.
I hit the like button, y'all. You're being slow on this. It is cool, isn't it?
They'll go up eventually.
That was a big family. Wow. Wowza. Did you stop that on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, since it's uncoupled, I got a little worried about it.
Yeah, I know, but I stopped them here to show them off on the camera.
All right, awesome. All right, I'm going to take a break.
All right, you're taking a break?
Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
All right, well then, let me change your camera out. Oops, wrong one. That one. Woo! There, get y'all sick. All right, Joyce is leaving, but she will be joining us again in the second half of the show. At least now I can have my microphone back. She's got a couple of things she wants to go do real quick, and then she'll be back down in about half an hour or so. Yeah, Chris, my family came to the United States in the early 1700s. The Dodges came over, 3 brothers came over, and all the Dodges, outside of people who had their names changed or, married in, whatever, but basically all people with the last name Dodge are descended from those 3 brothers. They settled originally in Virginia, and then one went up to... Actually, one came over in the late 1670s and then went back and then brought the family back over in the early 1700s. They started in Massachusetts. The other 2 brothers settled in Virginia, and then the one that started in Massachusetts and the one brother in Virginia, one moved into the Ohio Territory, the other one moved into New York. That's where the Dodge car family comes from. And then I'm from the ones that came into Ohio. But the family stayed close, so the guys that lived up in Michigan started the car company. Dodge, established 1914. They were cousins of my great-grandfather, and he went to work for them, and then he quit. So they all got rich, and we stayed poor. My great-grandfather got into an argument with his cousins and quit. He was kind of a tool die-making engineer for them, and Dodges have notoriously bad tempers and argue with each other a lot. So he quit the Dodge brothers after helping them start the company, and then they went on and got rich. He handed his tool and die shop over to my grandfather, and they lost everything in the Depression. So my dad gave horror stories of how poor he grew up. They kept their house, but my dad talks about how, because he was a little guy in the 1930s, how he was sent to sneak into farms and steal food. Especially there was a carrot farm near the house where he lived in Bluffton, Ohio. And they would... he would have to steal carrots, and the family would feed. Hey, Sebastian Anderson, welcome back. Nice to have you. Sorry, munching on some chocolates. Tom, our storm was not as bad as they were predicting. We wound up getting a crap load of rain, but the temperature stayed up and then suddenly dropped, so we didn't even get the freezing rain. We were supposed to get a little bit of rain, a little bit of freezing rain, and then a ton of snow. As it is, we still got about 12 to 13 inches of snow, but we were supposed to have about 20 to 30 is what they were originally predicting. In Toledo, closer to the 20, but we were supposed to get 20 inches minimum of snow, and we wound up with 12. And the storm was set up to do it. I mean, literally just 10 miles north of us got 20 inches of snow, but the city of Toledo itself, the temp stayed up, and we didn't get as much. All right, Vinny, take care. We'll see you later. I should be popping in on your stream later, as I always try to do. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice sleeping in my bed again. It's been nice, actually. You know, I did everything I could to talk to Joyce, but she had to stay isolated up in the room, but we would do video chat, so I'd be in the living room or down here in the basement messing with my trains, and I would just have Joyce up on a video chat here, and we would talk. We probably talked more than we normally would talk to each other through the day because of it, but yeah, I heard you guys got the freezing rain and a couple inches of ice. It's been a couple years since we've had a real ice storm, but we had one where we got an inch or two of ice. But yeah, this was just wound up for Toledo, piled up snow. But just south of us, like my son down in Columbus, which is about 2.5 hours south of us, they got ice, they got a ton of snow, they got hit really bad. Just north of us, 15, 16, 18 inches of snow. And, you know, I have I don't know how to explain it, a guilt. I love snow. I could not live where it didn't snow in the winter. I need to see snow. I love winter. I'm a Nordic person. My German blood, whatever you want to call it, I need snow. I could never live, well, I couldn't live south of the Ohio River, but even southern Ohio. If I were to go anywhere in America, I'd go north, further north into Michigan, or I would go to Minnesota or Wisconsin because I love snow. And I don't need hot summers. I want to live somewhere where you have all four seasons, where you have the nice spring, the summer that will get occasionally hot and warm, because I do like to go swimming. But I can swim in, you know, I'll go swimming when Joyce thinks it's absolutely too cold to go swimming, lake temperature and air temperature, and I'll go swimming. I just like to swim. And I grew up swimming in cold lakes and cold water, so it doesn't bother me. But Joyce prefers, it's like she won't swim in the lake unless it's about 75 degrees or warmer. When we had a pool for a few years. When we had that pool, she would not hop in the pool unless it was at least 80 degrees. Hey, Ewan, how are you? But yeah, I would need to live where you would get snow in the winter. But I feel guilty because I've got so many friends and people I know and family members that work in jobs where snow just makes their job miserable. And of course, I work in a job where if we get too much snow, I'm off of work, you know, and my friends will say that. Well, of course you love snow. You're a teacher and get, hang on. We had a where did he sneak off to? Do. Where is he? You darn guys, what is with all you guys and your stinking derailing today? I tell you, man, it's getting annoying. Sorry about that, guys. Had to stop it. This time my dude, what is up with this? I tell you, man, I tell you. Joyce knows that phrase. I used to always say that when I was young. I tell you, man, I tell you. And she would always fly back with, you tell me what. Okay. Whoop. I did not get you. And of course, I got everybody in the way now. I did not get him on the track properly. And he's just hopping along there. Dude. Oh my goodness. It is just one of those silly days. I picked the wrong guys running on the wrong lanes or something. And another derailment. Oh my God. This is becoming a disaster. Not derailment. Uncoupling. It's been that kind of week. I had all the camera problems and the OBS going out. Just silly, isn't it? Now, there can't really be more snow than I want. I mean, now, give me 10 years and maybe I'd change my mind about that. But Joyce and I watch snow in Canada, you know, friends of ours that live up in Canada. And we're like, aww. Because Toledo really doesn't get a lot of snow in the winter. And our biggest storms are usually February. December, we rarely have a white Christmas. January is usually just ugly and brown. And to me, the snow covers all the ugly brown. The trees are dead, because we have evergreens in this area, of course, but we have mostly deciduous trees. And apparently I have to keep my eye out on these guys today. Obnoxious little dweebs. Yeah, I could go weeks and have everything running smoothly, and then Wednesday when I was showing off the new Loco and went live, my OBS was acting up. So far today, not acting up. Knock on wood. But today, it's all these Locos. Now, I'm putting Locos on places I don't normally put them. Like this Beethoven Taurus. But usually, you know, you people that are here, you know, 8 out of 10 streams are smooth as silk. But boy, sometimes you just have that day where it all goes crazy. But it comes with the territory. I try not to get too upset, but I was having problems before the stream. I came down about, well, whatever time Steve Childer's afternoon stream ended, 1:30ish, I came down here and started setting up, because normally I set up for live streams on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and I didn't because I was messing with the new Loco. But yeah, I made a short, and it was so funny. I was watching somebody's live stream, and somebody said that they unsubscribed from any channel where the person puts out shorts. And I was like, wow, that's pretty harsh, isn't it? Because, you know, people say, hey, you put out a short, it'll help grow, because the shorts go out more. And so it draws more attention. Now, I have put out a couple of shorts, you know, trying to catch into my German guys, because a lot of my German American guys don't come to my channel much anymore since I stopped doing all the American shows and talking about the American system. They have found other things that are more what they're after. I either did not progress enough into the Miracle system, doing block detection and teaching more about the Central Station 3, I hit a point where it's like, this is all I'm going to do, and I stopped doing the show. And so they moved on. And so yeah, I'm trying to bring some of my German peeps back in. Hey, hi Kyle, welcome in. Thanks for popping by. But yeah, it had, it's already got like 5 or 6 dislikes on it. And I'm like, really? I know we all say we don't care about dislikes, but when I put a video and it's got 5 or 6 dislikes on it already, I'm sort of like, what the man? Really? It's just a 45-second picture of a nice little locomotive running around, and that causes you to go, hate. Because you got to have a strong enough emotion. I mean, and in most cases, the people who dislike my videos, it's not random people. It's people I know. It is people that it's my video, and they don't like me, so they're giving it a dislike. Hey, Mr. fucking Lowdown Drummer, how are you? Mr. Anthony. And a lot of you call me, you guys can call me Opa Dodge, but I don't hate being called Mr. Dodge, but I'd rather you didn't call me Mr. Dodge, just because, you know, that's my job title, and I'd rather just be Anthony or Opa Dodge. But a few of you call me Mr. Dodge, and I feel really creeped out when you guys do that. Especially when you're my age or older. Well, that was the other one. I put up a video where I gave a shout out thank you to Alan for giving me a shout out, and it got me over the 1,000. And all I did was put out a video where I was saying thank you to Alan, and several people gave that a dislike. Really? I'm saying thank you to somebody, and that is enough to get you to go dislike. And yes, we know over and over, ignore them. You do, but some of us have the personality where we do kind of look at that and go, what the fuck, man? What the? How are you disliking this? Hey, if I put up my Matt Clark cartoon and somebody dislikes it, I can accept that because, okay, I put up something, you watched it, didn't think it was funny, and said, that was stupid, click. I can accept that. I can totally accept that. But like if I put up a picture of a Christmas tree, or I put up a video of my grandson, which got 2 dislikes, wow, how petty are you? So from Italy, nice. Hey, we got Norway, Italy, Denmark, the Netherlands here, the UK, all the regions of the UK. I don't know if Mark Identical Dad tuned in today. He's not been feeling well, so he might, but sometimes he works in the background. But Mark, hope you're feeling better if you're out there. If you watch this on replay, again, hope you're feeling better. Yeah, well, that's just it. We could talk about the trolls, because there are trolls that do that. But seriously, I've made some enemies on YouTube, and those are the ones that come to my channel to hit the dislike. Despite this loving, kind demeanor, I've made some enemies on YouTube. And Canada, can't forget Canada. Oh, I can't be forgetting Canada, eh? How could I forget my friends, the Canadians up there? You got the best hockey, and we like to watch the donuts. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I agree. I mean, to be honest, I don't understand it. I guess it's just a way to let people. There's but yeah, for the most part, like I said, it depends on. I don't usually get upset. It depends on what they gave a thumbs down to. It really depends on what they gave the thumbs down to. That is where I do occasionally get upset. Like, why would you dislike this? You know, if it's my song, one of my parody songs where I'm singing, I fully expect the thumbs down. Why anybody would give my singing a thumbs up, I don't know. But that is just a cool view. I mean, it's a great camera. It's a 4K camera. Yeah, and I've heard YouTube has been debating getting rid of it. Because I know we've talked about this ad nauseum. But again, to me, you don't need a dislike button. You don't need a thumbs down button. Because to me, I look at, okay, this video got 600 views and 27 likes. That meant 500 some people viewed it and didn't like it enough to give it a thumbs up. You know, I know that's kind of a depressing way to think about it, and I don't encourage, knowing that on Wednesday we talked a lot about manic depression and a lot of us that suffer from it. Chris is back. Hey, Mike McCarville, how are you? Well, that's the way I've always done. I mean, that is the whole point of this channel. Because I get serious questions all the time. Hey, when you gonna put catenary up? When you gonna do this? Why don't you have any hills? Why don't you? And I'm like, because it's my railroad. Nothing, you know, that's not prototypical. So what? It's, you know, I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it with this layout. I run my trains, and nobody is obligated to come here. Nobody is obligated to sit in. Nobody's obligated to watch. And that's why whether you have 200 subs or 1,000 subs doesn't matter. What it comes down to is if you do a live stream, who shows up? I have about 30 watching. To me, that's how many subscribers I have. Hey, Kieran's here. Nice to have you, Kieran. Hey, there's Staud from Denmark. Nice. And but there's a flip side. There is a flip side. So when it comes to my trains and that, I'm not worried. If somebody comes in and says, I hate your layout, I'm like, so what? Why don't you have any Era 3 trains? Because it's not what I'm into. Why don't you do this? It's not what I'm into. Why don't you have American trains? Because I'm into German trains. So yeah, that stuff I just block out. But there is stuff I put out that I put on this channel that I'm looking for. I'm looking for positives. I'm looking for the, you know, most of my videos, I don't care how many views it gets, but the stuff I do put up, my Matt Clark stuff and my parody songs, which are more personal, it's me putting out my attempts to be creative. That's the stuff where I do pay a bit more attention, where I do like the feedback. You know, when I put up a Matt Clark cartoon, yeah, I kind of hope it were to go viral. I really wish my Matt Clark stuff would go viral, that it would catch somewhere. Somebody go, holy crap, you got to check this cartoon this dude puts out. It's hilarious.
I would love to see the Matt Clark go viral. It's not going to because it's a very niche comic, or only a small selection of people find it funny. I find it funny, but I write it. I'm biased. But I love the Matt Clark stuff. My parody songs, there are some that were probably written better than others, but I love my parody songs, especially when Joyce sings them. I love the joke songs. And to anybody that thinks they're not that funny, well, you try to do a niche parody song where not only am I trying to do a parody song, but it's stuck in a particular niche. Model trains. You know, my favorite compliment, and it's not meant to be egotistical, but my favorite compliment was somebody called me the Weird Al of the model train world. I love that. I think that's a great compliment because parody songs and model trains. But, you know, we had the NMRRA had some kind of online chat, and they borrowed one of the songs, and all of a sudden it got like 300 views over a 2-week period. And again, you see it shoot up in views, and you're like, maybe this is the one that'll go viral. But it gets 300 new views and only 1 or 2 new likes, so it's like, okay, people really didn't like it. They watched it, but they're like, you know, because it's obviously got to hit them hard to get them to go like. Yeah, we did. The last song we did, because we haven't done one since Christmas. And I tend to go in waves with that. Right now I'm focusing on Matt Clark, so I've been blocking out thinking about parody songs because it's so much work to make the videos, either for Matt Clark or for the parody songs. But yeah, we did the U2 song, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, which really got a lot of recognition. But one of my personal favorites, Digital Killed the Analog Guy, all of a sudden it's had a huge, somebody must have shared it because it's picked up like 200 views in the last couple of weeks. It went from about 300 views to close to 600 views now, just over 300 to closing in on 600 now. So it got shared somewhere because when you see that kind of spike in it. But again, I think it's a great song. I think the lyrics I wrote were great. Joyce does a great song singing it. To be honest, I think almost all the parody songs, I think the lyrics are great. I wrote them. And they were very hard to write, but definitely some songs just seem to come out better than others. You know, my What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and my Elvis Costello version, I thought that was great when I first wrote it. Looking back, the lyrics are okay, but it didn't come out as good as I wish it would have. But, you know, I got a whole playlist so people could go through and check. Another favorite one of mine, you played Help yesterday? Another favorite of mine is the zombie song, It's Not There. Well, the zombie song is She's Not There. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my personal favorites, It's Not There. Now, if I could ever get a volunteer with a great voice, I would love to re-record my very first one, the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody, because I think the lyrics and the way I wrote that are awesome, but my singing is so god-awful. But the very first one I did, I still think is one of my best. But the first 3 or 4, Stuck at a Train Show with You, Steelers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You, I think is a great one. All right, Ewan, take care. Good night. Thanks for stopping in. Anfield Road was a tribute to my buddy Lee there. I try not to write about other channels specifically, but that one was just there and I did it, and I tried, you know, I wanted to tease about some of the things to tease Lee about, but without getting nasty with the teasing. I have written 2 other songs that have not been recorded yet that are about other channels. One is nice, but the channel has kind of gone into shutdown mode, so there's no point doing it. If the person comes back, I might do. I did Everard Junction, which is not about his channel. Okay, I did do the song Everard Junction to the Beatles' Paperback Writer, but that's not about Everard Junction's channel. That is about a fanboy. It could have been anybody's station. It's just Everard Junction's, the name Everard Junction fit the words Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer, Everard Junction. It just fit, you know. Jason the Train Freak, you know, almost fits. But Everard Junction just flowed with it. But there, early on, Joyce wouldn't sing. And then there were songs Joyce wouldn't sing, where I'm like, Joyce, sing this one. No, I don't want to sing this one. No. And then one day she finally, after Everard Junction, she said, I'll start singing. But I have a blast writing them. I wouldn't put them on my channel if I didn't think they were funny. But again, it'd be cool if one of them went viral. But, you know, it's got to be Joyce's singing. And now if I write a song, I got to make sure it's in a key Joyce can hit. I love my rivet counters. My voice is bad in it, but I love my song Rivet Counters. I think that hit too close to the mark on a couple of guys. But again, if you do a more popular song, a song everybody knows. I mean, Rivet Counters is to Karma Police by Radiohead. Well, you got to know Radiohead. You know, when you do the Beatles, the Stones, the Who, Pink Floyd. But I have fun doing that stuff. I have fun doing the Matt Clark. I am in hysterics when I do Matt Clark. For example, since Jason's here, the scene, was it last week's scene or 2 weeks ago? Where, yeah, it had to be episode 2, where Smokey and his horse Goliath are talking at the end. That scene was not originally written. I went back and wrote that scene with Smokey and Goliath and added it to that scene because I had to rearrange some things and I needed to fill that scene up, and I came up with Smokey and Goliath. Now, I'd already introduced in the Christmas special that Goliath is a talking horse. I just dropped that seed in the Christmas special. But Joyce will tell you, I fell out of my recliner in hysterics laughing when I wrote the 2 jokes from Goliath to Smokey. When I wrote that scene, I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe and literally crumpled over out of my chair. And Joyce was like, I take it you're writing something for Matt Clark. And I was like, yeah, and I'm trying to read the joke to her and I'm laughing too hard. And so I finally read it to her, and there were 2 jokes, and the first one wasn't the one I thought was as funny. She started laughing hysterically at the first bit, and then I read the second part, and she laughed at that, but she liked that first joke. But I don't know if you guys even caught Goliath at the end, because Smokey's doing all this, what's a sinner? What's a sinner? What's a sinner? What's a, you know, Reverend Saltine says a sinner is somebody who does something really bad, like a criminal. You know, they're talking, gee, Smokey, what happens to a sinner? Well, you try to get them to stop sinning. What happens if they don't? Reverend Saltine says God smites them and sends them to hell. You know, and doing all that bit, and at the very end, Smokey says, all right, we got to get going to Reverend Saltaine's place. And Goliath goes, Smokey? When you ride on me, would you hit me a little harder with the spurs? Yeah, why, Goliath? No reason. So if you didn't catch that, you've got a perv horse. Hey, Dwight Curley, how are you? I just missed everybody at the 11 lane. Now they're all gone. That was timed up too nice and I missed it. But I caught everybody here. Normally it's 2 up, 1 down, but I decided to go 2 down, 1 up this time. But again, I mean, how many people here know, how many people know the old 1960s, early 1970s religious cartoon show, Davy and Goliath? Hey, Ian, how are you? Because Goliath was the talking dog. Gee, Davy. Could it be God, Davy? And I was having a go at that. And also, for those of you who truly follow Matt Clark, you know Smokey's bad habits of Series 1. Well, you notice Smokey has taken a 180 turn. Smokey is now a religious zealot, if you haven't picked that up. You're all a bunch of sinners. Yeah, because last episode you guys met the villain, Cat Stevens. And again, you have to know who Cat Stevens is from the 70s. I can't help it, I'm a man of my age. But literally, every scene I write plays into another scene. So some people will watch episode 1 and episode 6. Well, if you don't watch intermediate episodes, you're going to miss something. And then you watch episode 10, and there's a bunch of jokes or the punchlines to jokes that were set up in previous episodes. Yeah, Leslie, I didn't know that the UK would have ever heard of it, but they're actually all on YouTube, Davy and Goliath. And it was... Joyce and I, we like to describe our sense of humor as subversive. We have very subversive senses of humor. Our sense of humor is designed... Well, let's put it this way. We have overt humor, very bad pun names, and very overt sexual jokes. But there's also a lot of hidden jokes that you got to kind of be in the it crowd to get those jokes. There's a lot of jokes on a lot of different levels. It's a lot of people will talk to me about all the obvious sexual jokes. That's because they're the most obvious ones. Yeah, there's a lot of sexual innuendo and sexual pun jokes, and there's a lot of puns on the name, Donna Lott. You'll notice we did a reverse on the Donna Lott joke this time. This time she made the joke on her name. But you have Ballbuster. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? You will come right back here, fella. What is it with this? Holy camole, people. every now and then, just, hey, I think I will uncouple here. Those silly Loco couplers. I really should change them out, I guess. Back to work. And stop uncoupling, Beethoven. Beethoven keeps decomposing. I've got a composition of trains, and he keeps uncoupling, so he's decomposing. That was an old joke. Do you guys remember that joke? They opened up Beethoven's tomb and found him erasing musical notes on a paper, and he said, "Go away, I'm decomposing." But bum. Yeah, I saw that, Joseph. Unfortunately, I would love to see them do that as an AC version by Loco, because Loco is HO now, Fleischmann is N scale. Would love to see them do an AC version of that, but of course the couplings would be different, because the one thing that drives me crazy, I would like Märklin to remake upgraded ICE1 and ICE2 with modern couplings. They've got those old fork couplings that, as far as I know, only Märklin did. Those little pressure couplings that are like, you know, you have like a fork piece here. You know, think of your NEMS couplings like this, but turned sideways, and then goes into the tab that way. And I would love to see Märklin. I would buy them, an ICE1 and an ICE2, but either with the new 5-pin computer connections, or just standard current conducting Märklin Relics couplers. I would really like to see them re-release them and upgrade them so that you could intermix companies. Because I would love that new ICE1 if they would release an AC version of it, and Loco usually does. So I'll keep an eye out for that. All right, Jason, thank you for hanging out with us for a while. Really appreciate it. And your son appears again next weekend. Train Freak Jr. is in next week's episode again. Smokey shows up. Yes, Kato has an N-scale, and there's a company called Arnold. Arnold was the first company to release an N-scale ICE4. Arnold had an N-scale ICE4 out very quickly, and it was quite good, and it was a full 12-car consist. And I think it was N-scale, and it was like $600 for all 12 cars. If I were N-scale, I would have been very happy at the time. And then Kato came out with one. Hey, Lowdown Drummer, to be honest, they're equal to me. I love them both. I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other. I love them both. And there's a lot of similarities in them. Blackadder and Monty Python. They're, you know, it's not like those are two different styles. You could have taken Blackadder and made it a Monty Python skit, and Rowan Atkinson did a lot of things that were Monty Python-esque. They're very similar. And I love them both. But I'm somebody, I can like somebody like a George Carlin, stand-up comedian, but also I can like the Three Stooges. Those are different types of humor. It's easier for me to, I can't tell you what comedy I like and don't like. I like lowbrow humor. But I could sit here and tell you a bunch of comedians I don't find funny, that other people find funny. I never found Dane Cook, who was huge a few years ago. I never found Dane Cook funny. Never found him funny. Aziz Ansari, who's been huge. Never found him funny. I never found Jerry Seinfeld that funny. Early in his career, before he became famous, I liked some of his stand-up. I even saw him when he was just on the circuit as an up-and-coming kid. But I was never a big fan of Jerry Seinfeld, and I certainly don't like his TV show. I never thought the Seinfeld show was funny. Well, hi, Alan. How are you? Well, Monty Python had a lot of dark humor, too, going back to that comparison. The thing is, Blackadder really did not have dark humor until you really got to season 4, when it was World War I. And what made it dark humor was we all know what happened in World War I. That's why one of the greatest episodes of television ever made was the ending of Blackadder, Series 4. That whole episode, including the mistake that became the linchpin. They had a problem with doing that over-the-top scene, and Rowan Atkinson hated it, and they wanted to refilm it, and he refused, so they wound up slowing it down and then splicing in something else, which is what made it. But that was the real dark humor. Yes, there's gallows humor, but Monty Python had gallows humor. I mean, heck, they did a whole episode on cannibalism. But Blackadder episode, episode 6 of the last series, is one of the greatest moments in television anywhere in the world. But then so is the Thanksgiving special of year 1 of WKRP in Cincinnati. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. That's one of the funniest moments ever in television history. If you don't know WKRP in Cincinnati and the Thanksgiving episode from their first season, oh my God, the funniest bit in television history. But Blackadder was just, that is such a heart-wrenching because it's funny, it's Blackadder with his dark sarcasm, it's Baldrick with his boom, 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 the cannons go boom, and so I sing, 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 that whole bit, that whole silliness, and then they do the over-the-top, and we know what happened. And then to flip it into the poppy field of the modern era was just brilliant. Yes, Rowan Atkinson, the routine is called Old Toby. Rowan Atkinson as Old Toby is one of the best little bits. But I love Billy Connolly. I love Eddie Izzard. I mean, if we're going to talk UK comedians. But I love Morecambe and Wise. I love the two Ronnies. I love the young ones. Rick Mayall was one of the great young comedians. It's a shame he died young, even though he was 50-ish when he died. But Rick Mayall was a genius. And Ade Edmondson and Rick Mayall together with Bottom, the young ones, and all their stand-up stuff they did together. Just brilliant stuff. But it's easier for me to say comedians I don't like, because there's a lot of popular comedians I don't find funny. Especially in America, guys like Nick DiPaolo, who, to me, they're just, I mean, it becomes borderline political, but they're just angry white men comedians. They're whining about stuff white men want to whine about. Hey, Lewis Cartwright, welcome in. But, yeah, again, you got to know the American holiday Thanksgiving, but I'm looking for my fellow Americans to know it. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. Yeah, Ben Elton, who I don't necessarily like by himself, but when he works with other people, Ben Elton is very funny and does a good job. But by himself, he can be a bit of a prick. Welcome back.
Hi,
We
I'm
managed
back.
to carry on without you.
I had no doubt. No worries at all. So
We've been talking
what's going
comedians
on?
and comedy
Yeah. Okay.
and favorites and that. Somebody asked me, who do I prefer, Blackadder or Monty Python? I said, really, I don't judge a difference between them. They're both equally awesome.
Yeah.
And they're actually similar. I'm trying to think of comedians I don't like that I just... Lisa Lampanelli, I don't like. I don't find her funny at all.
Hi, Karen. Good Tom. Again.
Gilbert Gottfried, rarely do I find funny. Sometimes he is, but rarely is Gilbert Gottfried. But I like Emo Phillips, if anybody knows Emo Phillips. I love Emo Phillips.
Super slow. He's always
So
slow.
we could... Say what?
He's always so slow. Hi,
I've tried to do his voice now.
Hi, Alan.
I thought we could go see some animals. I can't, especially now with my
I
throat.
know, yeah.
And I'm now caught up. If I don't film a scene this week, I don't have a new premiere next week. So I've got to get it done this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Panette was awesome.
Yeah.
Louis Anderson, who just died, was awesome.
He
He
was.
got a lot of hate, probably because he was gay, I don't know. But Louis Anderson, when he first arrived, was hilarious. And maybe it's because I had a dad like his dad.
Yeah. Alan, I'm fine. It was a really minor case because, I'd been vaccinated, boosted, all that kind of stuff. But just the isolation was the worst part.
Yeah, Joyce being cut off from society, not a good thing.
Yeah, I'm a people person. Karen asked how your new loco's been. Well, it was a little difficult to start.
Well, it was derailing a bit. Or not derailing, uncoupling.
Uncoupling, yeah.
Yeah, but he's been fine. I just cranked the speed up on him 5 miles per hour, and he's been fine
You
since.
just needed to speed them up.
Yeah, I just needed to go a little faster.
That's a little weird.
The Beethoven has uncoupled from his rake a couple of times.
Wow. Well,
But he's
kinda-
not really, he's that Jagendorfer collection
Right.
one, and he doesn't handle the ramps well.
he does
But he's been uncoupling here at the start of the curve where it goes up the ramp.
okay.
So we get that, the one problem with is you don't quite have a bend. You get that flatment like that, and some of the locos don't handle that well.
I say nay nay, yeah.
I say nay nay to ups, yeah.
Yep.
I say nay nay nay.
Yep. Oh yeah, is he funny?
Oh, it was sad when he passed away, when he died. That was, he was awesome.
Yeah, definitely funny. A python at my college named Monty. That's just kind of natural.
Yeah, there's 10 million pet pythons
Rodney
named Monty out there.
Dangerfield. I don't know.
Rodney Dangerfield I do like. I like Rodney.
Rodney's funny, and then he's over the top too much.
His stand-up routines are very funny. His movies are hit and miss. Back to School was funny.
It was. Oh, I'm sorry, Louis. That's horrible. How do you feel? You said I wasn't really that sick.
Yeah, it was hard for Joyce, but on the bright side, she had a really big room to isolate in.
Oh, ideal.
She had a big screen TV. I moved her
Lazy boy.
Lazy Boy, your recliner chair
yeah,
up
I
there.
had
You
it.
had the bed. You had two desks with your computer.
I had an ideal setup. Just wasn't happy being by myself.
Yeah, it's true, Leslie, but plenty are. Eddie Izzard is very big over here. Billy Connolly is well known over here, and a lot of the younger UK comedians, and there's a few Aussie comedians that have come over now. Yeah, in fact, we were just talking about comedy, but
I think Eddie Izzard is an absolute hoot.
a hoot.
A hoot.
You called Eddie Izzard a hoot.
He is a hoot.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Oh,
never
pain
mind.
in the neck bone.
Tune off work. It's the weekend. Tune work out.
Tell me about it.
I don't know why you gave my child this grade.
Well, she's been out. She's been in school 2 days this year, 22.
Yeah.
And she wasn't doing any of her online work.
Trevor Noah is from South Africa, right?
Right. He's funny. Okay, just no. So she doesn't do anything, and then when she finally starts doing work, her mom wants to send a picture of all of it.
Well, Eddie Izzard has always been a she, but yeah.
Eddie can be whatever they want. They're funny.
Force habit, I say he. I try not to, but you know, the thing is, it's like there are things you like. You know, we're talking comedy. There are things you like. There's comedy I like, comedy I don't like, and then there are influences. And anytime you like something, it influences you.
Okay, that's good.
But there is a line you always have to watch between influence and copying. And when I used to write my books and when I wrote poetry, I had to always make sure I wasn't sounding exactly like the writers I loved.
Right.
In fact, that's one of the reasons I never became a novelist, is because every time I started writing a book, I started sounding like a couple of writers. I was like, I was just imitating them. But at least with poetry, I found my voice. I found my niche. With comedy, it's the same thing. You know, my comedy is, hey, Artie, how are you? Hope you're feeling a little better. But my comedy is a mixture of way too many comedies to say, oh, it's definitely this guy, this guy. Well,
sure, he imitates everybody.
Quick wit, word puns, repartee, taking what somebody says and twisting it back on them real quick. Absurd humor. But if I start writing a scene, you know, and it's like, for example, when I did the Christmas special, a couple of people were saying, oh, we were hoping you'd do Home Alone. You know, do Smokey as Home Alone. Well, the problem is, Home Alone is already a comedy. And doing a parody of a comedy...
Why?
Why?
Yeah, it's already funny. Yeah.
But that's just it. You know, when I do my parody songs, I'm taking serious songs and making them funny. I'm not doing comedy songs and making them funny. I'm taking serious songs and trying to make them funny.
Yep.
So it's but when I'm writing a scene, I can't be thinking, oh, I want to do just like airport, or I want to airplane. I don't want to steal somebody else's joke.
Right.
I don't want Matt Clark to be a Benny Hill series of jokes.
Right.
There are jokes that Benny Hill does that I find funny, and a style of humor I find funny, and I will include it in there, but not where it's a straight up Benny Hill joke. Although there was one Alan Light from Series 1 that was pretty much a Benny Hill joke, but it's a joke so many comedians have done. except I did a twist on it. There's a scene Benny Hill does where he's playing the old 70s TV detective Cannon, and he's looking at a big-chested woman, and he goes, show me your 38s and I'll show you mine. Well, I didn't want to take that exact joke, so I took a twist on it where Daisy walks out while they're alone in the cabin in the train, and she's got a couple of guns, and he says, honey, when I said show me your 38s, that's not what I meant. So it was the same joke, but I took it from a different angle. What's that?
Kyle Stevens is leaving.
Okay, bye Kyle, thanks for popping in. Make breakfast before work.
Fair enough. Flickering. I mean, you need to clean your tracks.
Yeah, it's probably time to clean the track again.
I can see that. It's been a while. Seems like it should be
Did
a
Artie
month
answer how he's doing? When I asked?
I don't think so.
Okay. But yeah, I just enjoy so many elements of comedy, and to me, the comedy is the intent. If your comedy is intent to hurt somebody or belittle somebody, then I'm probably less into it.
Right.
I like situational comedy where the situation is absurd. The people in it are trying to live normal, but the situation is insane. But the best bit is they don't see it as insane. But then once I say that, my other favorite form of comedy is when they break down that fourth wall and admit they realize they're in an insane situation. That was the other Goliath joke. Goliath, the horse, is talking to Smokey. What is hell, Smokey?
Oh, it's a very bad, scary place. It's where you go, and you feel really horrible, and terrible things happen to you.
And Goliath goes, you mean like when your agent books you into a stupid cartoon serial?
What?
What?
Nothing, Smokey.
That's good, Artie.
And again, some people find that funny, most people won't, but just where he's making fun of the fact he's appearing in the Matt Clark serial.
Matt Clark. It's a respectable horse, for heaven's sakes.
Just like Series 1 when Matt Clark's getting into a fight with Bobby the Kid at the end, and Bobby the Kid's like,
Matt Clark, damn you, how are you still alive?
and Matt Clark goes, well, it's not the Bobby the Kid train robber show, is it? Just break that wall for a second, and then get back into the stupidity. But what were the, Smokey? When you hit me with the spurs, would you hit me a little harder?
Yeah, why?
No reason. What was the other one that you liked more?
I think those were the only two that you had for,
No, I thought there was another one that you laughed at even more.
I don't know.
Or were you just laughing so much at the like your agent putting you in?
The agent one, yeah. I think
Oh,
that's
you
it.
did. The agent one is the one you really like. Okay.
It was funny. The horse should say nay nay.
Yeah. You do John Pinette as the horse. Nay, nay. No, but
Well, he went
the
with
horse
Goliath.
is purely there to be two things. One, I can't reveal because he's part of the plot. But two, it's a parody. Everybody thought Mr. Ed, which is fine. It works. Talking horse.
Yeah.
Or Francis the Talking Mule, for anybody old enough to remember that. But yeah, he's there to be Smokey and Goliath, to be a pun on the old Davy and Goliath religious cartoon. Which again, if you're from the UK, you don't really know it. But you have to be of an age. I don't know if Mike McCarville's old enough to remember Smokey or Davy and Goliath, because I think you're a couple of years younger than me. But gee, Davy, could it be God? But parody is a very, very tricky area to get into. Like, for example, MASH was about the Korean War, and it dealt with the serious issues of the Korean War. It wasn't a parody. It wasn't a parody of the hospital. It just happened to be where a couple of guys were quite flippant and a little bit irregular compared to Army standards, and how they fought with guys from outside the military world fighting with now being in the military world hospital-wise. And then several years after MASH was popular, NBC did a show called what was it there? Vietnam, the 6 o'clock Follies or something like that, where they tried to do MASH, but with the Vietnam War, but they tried to do it as a parody, and it didn't work. It was so bad because they were making fun of a war that you just can't make fun of. All right, Chris, have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Well, see, that's the opposite, Artie. I never believe what an Australian says. I never take him seriously.
It's kind of terrible.
It's Aussies and New Yorkers. I never take what they say seriously because their egos about themselves are so big.
All right, night, Chris.
Oh, hello, Sparky. Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Sparky.
But, my thing is when you talk about different countries and that, I don't get into that. I just know, like, when we're overseas, when Joyce and I are in Germany, Austria, the Czech Republic, there are certain groups of people that identify themselves real easily. Americans are one, Italians are another. And Americans can act like jerks overseas. We've seen it too often.
We mostly act like we don't know him at all. I practice my German.
The ugly American rears his head a lot overseas. But Germans can be real jerks when they travel over here. Anybody can be a jerk anywhere.
Thank you, Richard. I am well on the mend. Out of isolation. That was the worst part.
In the end, you find out humans are humans, and some are good and some are bad, and I just tend to prefer hanging around with the good ones.
That's true about everybody, but
Well, I don't know.
perceive as good.
No. Really negative people gravitate towards really negative, Like when I was at St. John's, the jerks gravitated towards each other because they all like to look down their noses at everybody else. You're not one of us. You don't belong at our school. Those type of people gravitate to each other.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
If you watch Animal House,
Right, Sparky. We got to work on our German.
hey, we've got Ron. Hello, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Well, we've claimed to be Canadian a couple of times in Germany.
When we've needed to.
When
yeah.
we felt we needed to.
Listen,
We
to
ran
feel
into
real
an
safe to
angry
be
crowd
from the
a couple of
States.
times that were very they were very wound up about some political rally that was happening somewhere, and a couple of times they would turn some of these people well, let's put it this way. We were in Hamburg when there was a very anti-American Iranian rally. We were in a very large Iranian neighborhood, and they didn't like Americans. The Iranians didn't like Americans in that part of Hamburg, so we were Canadians for a bit. But true story. And I've got friends who are from Brazil.
Figure it's okay if we just say we want some,
I'm going to say two things to you, and I want you to look at the camera.
hockey and donuts.
Coffee and donuts.
Yeah,
All right, look at the
we
camera.
sound like
Look at your
Canadians.
camera.
I'm looking at my camera.
Berlin and Brazilians.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
I went from loving Brazil to hating Brazil because of an adventure we had in Berlin.
Right.
It was the World Cup, so
World
it
Cup, it was.
was it 2006 or 2008?
Football.
And the
No.
United States had just lost to Ghana, embarrassed ourselves. We had just lost to Ghana in the World Cup, and Brazil had just won a big game. And the Brazilians were partying in the streets of Berlin, huge crowd of them. And they saw Joyce, me, and my students, and they went from, yeah, Brazil, to, America sucks, soccer, America sucks, to America sucks. And they came at us. And they were getting aggressive. I got my students and we ran and hid in the store.
That was a pretty good group, and yeah, we ducked into a souvenir
Yeah, it was
store.
several hundred to 15 or 16.
Right.
We were outnumbered. I have never forgiven Brazilians for that. It was scary. I mean, they were coming after us.
Right.
All over a stupid soccer game.
Well, and they'd had too
Football.
much. They'd had too much to drink.
Way too much to drink. And too
they
high on their
saw what they
South
thought
American
was
machismo.
easy prey. So yeah, we ducked into a
Little
souvenir shop.
souvenir
and
shop.
Did not leave until the coast was clear.
Yeah, we were in there for what? At least
Oh,
40
about-
minutes? 40 minutes to an hour?
I was gonna say it was close to an hour.
Yeah, we hid in there. And they stood outside for a while waiting for us to come
Right.
out. And it was just
Well,
like,
when
really?
you talked to the owners
Yeah.
of the place, they knew what was going on, so they were okay with us. I mean, what the heck? The kids were shopping.
Well, they asked, should we call the police? And I was like, let's see how ugly they get. But yeah, I've never forgiven Brazilians for that. I mean, that was the only time in my life in Germany I have truly been scared.
There was a
Because-
group of over 1,000, so
Yeah, it was a huge crowd of Brazilians, and they went from drunk laughing at Americans to making fun of Americans to let's beat them up.
Right.
And to this day, I root against Brazil in everything.
He doesn't bear a grudge or anything.
Oh yeah, I do.
Gotcha. I speak not well English.
We didn't have time to deny America. I mean, half my kids were wearing American logo
they
stuff.
had
And
they had
blah,
their
blah.
school T-shirts on, and yeah.
But yeah, it was ugly, and no, I have not forgiven. I root against Brazil in everything now. When Germany beat them 5-0 in the World Cup a couple of years ago, I partied. No, that was 7-1. Yeah, Germany beat Brazil 7-1. I partied.
Oh,
That was
the
hilarious.
Same year too, if I remember
No,
correctly.
it was years
Was
later.
it? Okay.
Years later.
Yeah, it was always fun being in Germany during the World Cup. It was really eye-opening to our American students. We know the Super Bowl and the World Series, and they're like, yeah, this does not compare at all. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, just round one. Round one of the World Cup in Germany is bigger than the Super Bowl.
Okay. Ooh, yeah.
Well, it's the only time you'll see flag waving in Germany, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Germany has a national game, everybody's got their flags out on their houses, everything else.
like that,
And then as
on
soon as the
their
game's over,
cars.
they're gone.
And they don't, yeah. In a normal year, you don't see any, unless it's a
Where America, you
Well,
can't drive down the street without everybody having a flag out on their
people
house.
got 'em out, yeah.
In Europe, at least in Germany, it's very much the opposite. You don't see the flags out much.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun, but Like we were pacing things out. We're like, yeah, maybe we won't go during a World Cup year. It's just so much calmer when it's not. But yeah, we definitely. Oh, Jean, that's too soon. Yeah. Also fortunately going on the political world, which we don't like on our stream.
Oh. Did the wrong thing.
What'd you do?
I unknighted him.
Oh, you unknighted
I
somebody?
was trying to hide the comment. Yeah, we can't go
Gotcha.
there.
Yeah, we can't go there, Jean.
Yeah, we gotta hide that comment, Jean Ricard. I said that's too politics. We don't do that here,
Right.
even if I agree with it.
No. So.
Oh, I pretend. It's
Yeah, they sure do.
yeah, they do. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, they do.
Now,
I'd say it's such a different thing.
Germans take it very seriously, but the difference is when the German national team loses, the biggest thing is
Oh,
the
it's a
next day in
detention.
Germany, it's like the streets are empty and nobody's talking. They internalize it.
Yeah.
The Brazilians and the Argentinians,
And it's their culture. I mean, it is what it is, and
yeah, that's
I think you just maybe keep your distance or join
I root
them.
against
I guess.
Brazil and everything now.
But well, that's not the only reason too. So sorry. All right, night, Chris.
All right, no,
Christopher.
that's Chimera Wargaming. Good night. He's in Italy, so. Buon
It's not-
Natale.
It's not Christopher.
No, that's Chimera Wargaming. Buon Natale.
Okay.
No, that's Merry Christmas, right? No.
So good night.
Oops.
Oh,
forgot my
I
Italian.
assume that was Christopher. He comes in with, he keeps changing his name.
Yeah, you're not supposed to mention that.
Oh, sorry.
No, he's GWR or his Japanese one. He's
Gotcha.
got two different channel names.
Gotcha.
Oh, this guy's flickering. I wonder.
He is flickering.
That's
what
the
I said.
one that wasn't working to begin with, and I had to adjust the wire, so that's probably the problem.
Oh, the Loco?
No, the front car.
Oh. So I know you just need to clean your tracks.
No, in his case, all the other cars are fine, and he's flickering.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, your Teesprings link doesn't work.
My Teespring? Ah, no wonder I'm not making cells anymore. Oh, well, I tell you.
We'll have to look into that. Thanks for telling us, Sparky.
Huh. I wonder why not. Maybe my store got shut down. I don't know. Air
Yeah.
Canada flight offers on here. Let me see. But, when I go to it, it's there.
Wow, don't know. Artie totally rebuilt your layout in his dream.
Yeah, I caught that. I
Pray
think that's
tell,
what I
Artie,
did.
what did you do besides steal all of his ICEs?
I think I'm offended by that, Artie.
It does on the homepage. It works on the homepage.
But not in the,
Did you put it in the chat?
oh, it's always on the live stream.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Well, maybe you got
I
a very
can't edit it
small
because-
error. Yeah, we'll look into it later. But thank you. So go to the homepage, I think, is the answer for right now, and we'll look and see what's happening in the streams.
Well, we'll try that, see if that works. Bada bing, bada boom. Because that's the current one. Here, you can model and do a commercial.
You just on there?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. So where am I looking? This way.
So
Okay.
next.
All right.
Fired next! Hiring new models!
Go
Next.
to Anthony's Teesprings on his homepage. Go to that link, and you could be the owner of this
Cut!
beautiful
Start
mug.
over. You're covering the logo.
No Vanna White am I. So go to the homepage, and you can get this lovely Model Train Outsider mug.
Two-sided logo.
Two-sided even. Oh, we don't have any mountains.
Because where it's modeled doesn't have mountains. Go figure.
If you're vague, John, it'll be fine.
What's that?
Hooliganism. Yes, is that political? I said, just be vague and not correct. And then, oh, we're back to that, are we? Your cup needs washed again, sweetheart.
What?
Your cup needs washed again.
Yeah, it does.
So dusty. Made in China, that's outrageous. Well, anything a cup can hold, normal mug can hold. It's just dirty.
That was awful. You've been sent to the Russian front. But this is World War One. The Russian front was... Oh, I love it when you play with my mustache. Please, play with the mustache more. Oh, Fräulein. Notice how the mustache curls up when you do that.
It should. Hey, Dee and Daisy. Oh, what's up, dog? Oh, he went ghetto.
Ave,
The director's fired. No, clearly the model screwed up more than once. Yeah, we're just all trying to be friends here, and so the key to being friends is, you don't bring up politics or religion.
But yeah,
What's the
hooliganism
other
is
one?
not politics. Hooliganism is not politics. Soccer
right.
hooligans.
Especially soccer hooligans. That's a thing.
All right, Leslie, good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Pleasant dreams to you. And I forget the rest of the
I don't remember it either.
Lawrence Welk.
I was thinking Carol Burnett.
No, I forget Carol Burnett's goodbye song.
We had this time
Oh, right.
together.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
I don't know where it goes from there, though. Oh, Vanna White's got a lot on me.
This is Vanna Off-White.
I've got a lot of pounds on me compared to Vanna.
I'm Heinrich.
It's Heinrich, my World War One Heinz friend. Freunde.
My name is Heinrich. I'm Anthony's grandfather from his German grandmother's side. But which grandmother?
I know,
Bogarter?
you just showed
Well,
all
she was, well, no, that was the Dodge. That
That
wasn't
was the Dodgers. Yeah, you're going on the other side.
I'm just thinking Ritz from my mom's side or Bogarter Bogarter was the Prussian, so Bogarter.
Yeah, I think Bogarter it is.
Heinrich Bogarter.
Okay, just how many feet of
I'm
track do you
Anthony's
have?
grandfather from the past.
Right.
My unit was completely destroyed during World War One. They were all hit by tanks.
Yeah, very sad. Not a very bright group, I don't think. Ooh. I believe in you. You really don't need to make your mustache curl up. How many grandmothers did he have? Well,
I can't grow it that way.
we're on the maternal side.
I had 2 grandmothers just like everybody.
And 4 great-grandmothers.
We could talk old history. No,
Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just leave it alone, John. Just can't pursue that on.
see, my grandpa Dodge married a German woman. Married a German world. My grandpa Dodge married a German woman.
Right.
She was Gitana Bogata. She
Yep.
was from the town of Stettin, which is now Zeschen in Poland, but it was in Germany when she was born there.
Right.
Now that is technically Pomerania, but she was Prussian. And then my mom's mother was Rhenish. She was from the Rhineland area. She was Rhenish. And then her dad was Bavarian. But they didn't meet in Germany, they met in the United States. You had 4 grandmothers? Interesting. I mean, technically I had 3 because my grandpa Reitz divorced my grandma Reitz and then married my grandma Vi. But genetically speaking, I only had 2 grandmas. Can we? Go there, go there.
Okay. Just told her I was busy. I'm interested in what she's talking about anyway.
I'm busy and it's my weekend. That's what you
Well,
call it.
yeah. I mean, they had a very dysfunctional family, but they were steady.
Who?
Yeah.
My family? Steadily dysfunctional. That was my family, yeah. Blame it on my mom's side of the family.
You will be shouted as to leave the country.
Yeah, on the Dodgers, divorce is like non-existent. Whenever there was a remarriage, it was because somebody had died. But yeah, divorce, except for my Aunt Lova. My Aunt Lova was married 3 times. Everything looks better on Daisy. She just can't do a German accent to save her life.
Nope.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. Wie geht es Ihnen?
Wie geht das Ihnen?
Wow, that was...
Terrible, I know.
Joyce just doesn't do accents well.
No, I don't.
Her French accent sounds like her German accent. When did that start World War III?
Yeah, it's kind of awful. Yeah.
That's a joke.
Is that a pickle hat you're wearing, or are you happy to see me?
Pickelhaube.
Whatever.
Pickelhaube. You just had perhaps one of your greatest jokes ever, and you said pickle hat. Is that your pickle hat, or are you just happy to see me? Pickelhaube. I'm Pickelhaube. Is that your Pickelhaube?
I forgot.
I don't know. Why don't you rub it and find out?
Wow, Artie, maybe you should write about it. Does the pickle come off?
Yes.
That's a little scary.
The pickle.
You lost your pickle? That's terrifying. Ah, snap. We just changed the rating. Oh, throw your pickle at me.
I've been demoted.
I'll just hold it for now.
I've lost my pickle. It got shut off in some more.
Oh, my tape. It really does look wrong. Missing the point.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. My pickle.
Tune out, Lynn.
Playing with my pickle on TV.
I know. It's kind of scary.
This show just went X-rated in a hurry,
It
kids.
sure did.
That's the best thing. We got a 10, 15-second delay on Joyce's computer. I can
know,
rewatch
so,
it.
Yeah, that's true. We can.
Did you just... Oh, no.
Why?
No, it looked like you had typed something, nothing was there,
No.
but no, it's just your typed line.
Right. Yeah, I don't have to type. I don't have to type like I did last week. Was that the Great Age War off Age War?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
That's one of those inspirations.
Yeah, no doubt.
Those magnificent men and their flying machines. They go up, up, they come down, down.
Yep.
Love that movie.
Very cute.
There's a whole series of them.
Yep. So anyway, somebody, I think, asked how much track did you have?
Wait, how much track do I have? Hey, Bane got your...
Mileage? I don't know.
Where? How much track do I have?
Go back. It was like mileage or something. I forget.
It was O-gauge?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there you go. How many feet of track do I have? How many feet of
goes
track?
feet?
Let's see. We added it up once. Do we still have the paper here? It's
It's a
like
lot.
290 feet, I think.
It's a lot.
Not counting parking areas. Like the outer loop is 79 feet, then the inner loop is 65 feet, then the loop inside that is 56 feet, and then, so yeah, it's like 390 feet, somewhere in there, of running footage. How much does yours have now there, O-Gauge? Because you just added all that. You've got those big, long runs, back and forth and circling around.
Well, we've been married for 35? 34.
You've forgotten how long we've been married?
I just didn't want to do the math.
34 and a half.
Yeah, we were married for 34 years. We don't need it to be 11:49 p.m.
Other than when our daughter and grandson are listening in.
True that.
Hey, George is here. Hello, Hardcore.
Hi, Uncle.
Heidi ho, Hardcore. How's it going? There, a little alliteration.
Yeah, I figured we'd be definitely really tired at the end of this week, and I didn't schedule anything because I had nothing for dinner, so I got nothing for dinner.
You got nothing for dinner? Well, it sounds like we're ordering.
Yeah, there we go out.
Or go out.
And all the snow, what?
One way or the other. No, that's vertical
that's
height.
your-
That's vertical height. We're talking horizontal.
That's your trap.
If anything, I've got so many feet I have to add. I would have to notify the Federal Transportation Administration.
Yes, we most certainly would.
But yeah, it's 300 to 400 feet of running track, and then how many feet of parking?
Yeah.
Time to start that diet. Artie, I have lost 65 pounds in the last 2 years. Thank you. I don't need to start a diet.
Yep.
You don't need to start a diet.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you say you need to start a diet. They have ways of making you lose weight. Like if you eat nothing but pickles. Hey, Gary at Creepy13, how are you?
Good morning.
I need my Australian hat. We
Yeah.
need Kenneth Clark dog.
Keenan does need to make another.
Kenneth needs to make a comeback.
A new appearance, yeah.
He just doesn't want to talk to me ever since all his ruse got killed.
Yeah, indeed.
Hi, Roy. No such thing as being late. It's not like this was a class and...
Yeah, no problem, Roy. Glad you popped in. Just make sure y'all hit the like button.
That's at 34.
I know, it's good.
Go get him, Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy's back.
But we had Colin, we had Tim J.D., and we had David
Daisy's
Cook. We're all
back,
here.
but she kind of left in a huff.
Yeah, if you missed that, Davey left in a huff. Daisy has been...
She was offended.
She's, a couple of people are giving her grief about not being in jail. If you remember at the end of the Christmas thing, she got paroled or pardoned. She works for the mayor, but you're going to learn not in the next episode, but in the following episode. So episode 6, there's a little bit of a situation between her and the mayor that was mentioned during the Christmas special.
Oh, I'm sure he's replaced his ruse. Just won't be
Oh, he had
sending
plenty.
them-
He's just mad at
just
the four that
won't
got
be
killed.
Sending them to Anthony anytime
There's
soon.
Christopher. Hello.
Hi,
All right,
Christopher.
Richard, good night. Hey, never, don't apologize for being late. There's no such thing as being late. Besides, you can always go back and watch whatever you missed. Why anybody would watch this a second time, I don't know. Ooh, sauerkraut, no. I would lose a lot more weight if all they put was sauerkraut, because I don't eat sauerkraut.
Don't like it at all. Mixing it with pasta wouldn't help.
Sauerkraut is a stereotype. We do not eat sauerkraut.
I don't know. We've seen plenty of Deutsch eating sauerkraut.
If I don't get enough sleep, then I'm a sauerkraut. When I lose a war, I'm a sauerkraut. Which means I've been very sour the last 100 years. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Thank you, Roy. We appreciate that. Like and comment. That sounds chilly, creepy.
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles, über alles. Oh, we're not allowed to sing that anymore.
That's right.
Deutschland, Deutschland, we're just normal, not looking for war. Deutschland, Deutschland, we are nice now, not like before. Du liegst mir im Herzen, du liegst mir im Sinn. Du
have a short
machst mir
in summer?
Schmerzen, weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin.
Have a 3
Ja,
months of it?
ja. Weiß nicht, wie
Yeah,
gut
for sure.
ich bin.
Ambition ice.
Ein bisschen Eis.
Ah, good stuff. Especially the Italian ice. Maybe that's why you have a bedpan on your head. I think that would be a very uncomfortable bedpan.
Yeah, you treat this as a bedpan, honey. You see what happens to you. Not a bedpan.
Oh, well, it's almost 6. Much longer
It
do
is
you
almost
wanna-
6. No, it's about time that they started winding it all
So
down.
how much
sweetheart.
longer did you want to stay?
I bet you were a hell of a swimmer.
Oh, James Bond.
James Bond. What about James Bond?
Didn't he say that?
No, that was Paul McCartney's grandpa.
Oh, that's right.
Wilfred,
You're
Brimble.
right. You're right. I was thinking it
That was Wilfred Brimble in Hard Day's Night.
Gotcha. Yep.
I bet you're a heck of a swimmer.
Oh, thank you, Roy.
So far I've been in a room, a car in a room, And who else? Is that everybody else?
These two are off.
Well, those are, one's not even on, the other one is.
Well, it's definitely off.
She's trying to learn to take over and not succeeding. Maybe you need this. This is the hat that inspires taking over. Ah, now I know how to do it. We will do this and we will do that and we will take this over and we will make this and that's it.
Take these and turn them back on.
Oh, we have to learn a Danish hymn. I love the Danish. They taste really good with some hot chocolate. Especially a raspberry Danish. Or a cheese Danish. Speaking of which, I have Danish cheese in my refrigerator.
It's true, he does.
I got some Danish blue cheese, Danske blue cheese. Good stuff, man, good stuff. I love blue cheeses. And Gorgonzola. They put them on pizza in Germany. Really good. Well?
Ow, ouch.
Sorry.
It hurt
Can't
my
have that.
ear.
You go Prussian. You go with the Prussian. You gotta be tight-knit.
Oh,
to
I
the
didn't
Prussian.
model in that shirt.
Meat pies for dinner or fish and chips?
Fish and chips.
Meat chips and fish pies.
There you go.
Oh, Ray was here. I didn't say hi to Ray. All right, Kieran, say hi. Yep, we gotta lock
Bye,
this
bye.
down. Please like, subscribe, buy Teespring stuff,
Watch the last video.
support animals.
Yeah. Get your pets spayed and neutered and
Yeah, spay and neuter your pets.
right.
Don't be mean to
Stay
space
safe.
aliens.
Right, yeah, they have rights too.
What other causes do we have?
Um,
Love one another.
Yeah, feed the whales.
Come on, people now.
Well, people.
Go home, smile.
Yeah.
Take time to smile. Enjoy life.
Yep. I'm gonna do a video too. I'm working into it.
Ooh, what kind of video?
Top 5.
Oh, Joyce is going to be uploading
Yep.
2 top 5 videos. What are they? Go ahead. You can get top 5
We're gonna start with the top 5.
negatives.
Yeah, negatives for being the wife of a model trainer. And then we'll do the top 5 nice things about being the wife of a model trainer.
Support the sloths. They're an animal that needs a lot of support because they hang from those trees all the day and they could use support. But yeah, we are going to say, because it's dinner time here, we're going to say Auf Wiedersehen, Tschüss, and happy trains. Take care. We'll see you somewhere. If not, next Friday. And we got to do voices, so we got to get that
We
done.
do.
Hey, everybody, take care. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to us rant and babble and be silly. It's always great to see you all. So we want to see you all again. So don't do anything stupid out there. Goodbye.
That makes them tasty.